Story number 1. Tonight, as the rain taps against your window and the wind hums through the trees, I want to tell you about a house. Not just any house, a house that watched, a house that waited, and most terrifying of all, a house that learned. When 12-year-old Noah's parents left for their anniversary weekend, they gave him 3 rules. Don't answer the door, don't go in the basement, and whatever you do, never say "I'm alone" out loud. But rules are made to be broken, aren't they? Especially when you're home alone for the first time. Especially when you hear that sound. Noah thought it was just the house settling, until the kitchen faucet turned itself on, until his Lego towers rebuilt themselves overnight, until his reflection in the microwave door blinked first. The worst part? Whatever was in the house with Noah loved to play. Hide and seek in the attic, tag in the hallway, and when Noah finally screamed, "I'm alone," at the empty living room, oh, the game changed. In the basement, yes, he broke that rule too. Noah found the photos, dozens of them, dating back to 1923. Children in pajamas, all wide-eyed, all terrified, all holding the same handwritten sign, "I'm alone." That's when Noah understood. The house wasn't haunted. The house was the ghost, and it had been collecting children for a very long time. When Noah's parents returned, they found all the lights on, the TV playing cartoons, and their son, so peaceful in his bed. They never noticed the extra shadow in the corner. They never heard the whisper, "Shh, we're not alone anymore." So tonight, as you drift off to sleep, listen carefully to your house. That creak, just the pipes. That whisper, probably the wind. And when you inevitably say, "I'm alone," to the darkness, well, let's hope your house isn't listening. Story number 2. Do you ever listen to the rain? I mean, really listen. Each drop carrying a whisper from somewhere beyond. Tonight, let me tell you a story best told when the sky weeps and the wind carries voices you swear are not your own. This is the story of the Whispering House. It began with a woman named Eliza Mayfield, a writer, a loner, seeking silence in an old Victorian house at the edge of town. She thought it was empty when she moved in. She thought she would be alone. But Eliza was never alone. She heard them the first night, faint, almost imperceptible, whispers slithering through the walls, a voice that was there, but not there, a murmur behind her breath, just as she drifted into sleep. "Help me," it sighed. She bolted upright, her heart drumming, but the room was still. The house groaned with age, settling deep into its past. She told herself it was nothing, just wind slipping through cracked wood in forgotten places. But the whispers did not stop. Night after night they grew. First one, then 2, then many. A chorus of hushed voices bleeding into her dreams, pleading, calling. And then the tapping began, a steady, patient knock at her bedroom window. Each night at exactly 3:12 a.m. She never looked, until one night, she did. Outside her window, drenched in moonlight, stood a figure, a woman, no, a reflection of herself, staring with hollow eyes, mouth open in silent agony. A perfect mirror of Eliza, but with something wrong, something missing. She screamed, but the figure, the thing, did not move. It only lifted a hand and pointed down the hall. Eliza could not move, could not breathe, but the whispers, they changed. They were not pleading anymore. They were warning. Then, the sound, the one she had dreaded, a creak at the end of the hallway. Eliza was frozen in her bed, her breath trapped in her throat. But she had to know, had to see. She stepped onto the wooden floor, bare feet meeting the cold, each step an eternity as she moved toward the door. The knocking continued, slow, patient, insistent. Her fingers trembled on the doorknob. She turned it. Nothing. Just the hallway. Long, stretching into the dark, lined with dust-heavy portraits that had never been hers. But at the very end, a shadow. Not quite shaped like a person, not quite still, waiting. Then it moved. Eliza ran. But the house would not let her go. The walls closed in, the whispers rising to a crescendo. Not her house, not her home, because it never was. And just before the darkness took her, just before she became one of them, she understood. She had never been alive.